Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is The-Mighty-Goliath and welcome back to the second or third video I've ever posted of World of Warships. Well, I've come up with a bit of an idea. Now, you're going to like this idea, some of you might not, but as I previously stated in my Wukong video, which I kind of uploaded just for a little bit of fun really, and because it's not a new ship. I've done a little bit of research and it turns out I think it's a Child's Martel, I believe, but obviously reskinned to become a Pan-Asian ship, and they've changed the torpedoes to be deep water instead of the standard of above water torpedoes, I guess. But as I stated in the previous video, I am by no means a good World of Warships player. I'm a little above average. Or I am average. I'm an average player of World of Warships. The reason I hinted at being slightly above average is because I have above a 50% win rate, but that doesn't really constitute much, as I get casually rammed by a Mogami here. The gameplay, by the way, in the background before we really get into the thick of this video, it's me in my Tier 7 Japanese battleship Nagato. In terms of equipment and commander skills, I will throw them up on the screen appropriately. It's not a 300k damage super game with 7 kills and 5,000 base experience. It's, for me, what is I would consider a normal game. I'll leave the end result to the end. I won't spoil anything, but this is for me a typical game. And it's why I really want to start maybe getting into making these World of Warships videos, because I do enjoy World of Warships from time to time. I don't play it religiously, but I do have some time invested into the game, and before Christmas I was playing the game quite a lot actually. I really was doing a few hundred battles a month, so really quite grinding it there. But I'm not a super unicorn. I'm not a 70% win rate person who can just hop in a game and get a really good game, but I'm always up for learning. And so what my idea is, my grand idea is, I'm going to start a series called Scrub to Unicorn, or I might name it slightly differently, but the premise is this. I want to post a video just like this game in the Nagato, and I'll even post good games I have, and I might clip some bad games. I know not everybody wants to see a game when you load in and 2 minutes later you've been detonated, or 2 minutes later 6 members of your team are down and you haven't even gotten your first cap, or you haven't even killed an enemy ship yet, or sort of destroyed by wargaming standard. That nobody dies in World of Warships, of course. So I want to make a series based on improving my own skill set in the World of Warships. Well, in the game, obviously. So the way I want to do that is I want to clip a game, or the whole game. I'm going to upload it, and in the comment section we can discuss what I did well, what I did wrong, and what I can improve on. So in this game a lot you'll see me kiting away, you'll see me being very passive, and that's, to be honest, purely because of the Deadeye skill. It's such a strong skill that you really want to kind of keep it in effect at all times. Now this is a tier 8 battle, but that isn't any excuse for me to be sitting on the sea line. But is that a good move or is that a bad move? I don't know. I know bits about the game, and there's other bits I don't know about the game. I know Japanese ships have got normally pretty big guns and are normally pretty accurate, but their armour doesn't seem to be as good as my German line. For instance, I got up to tier 10, I got the Grosser Curve first, and I've even reset that tech tree line for the Research Bureau before. A big mistake, I must say. I completely forgot how much I personally disliked playing the Bismarck and the FDG. But that being said, I actually had quite a lot of fun in the FDG the second time around, because I realised that with the smaller guns, the 380s, with, at the time, the relevant skills and the relevant equipment, you could get the reload down to, I think it's like 24 seconds or 22 seconds or something like that, which isn't the... Well, it's pretty good, but you have to obviously remember that you only have 8 guns, or 8 barrels, sorry I should say. It's 4 twin turrets at 380. You can of course upgrade to, I believe it's 406s or 420s. not entirely sure, I don't remember completely, but I'm sure it's something like that at least anyway. I get a very cheeky 1 shot, 1 kill here on that Uric, which I was quite happy with. A bit unsuspected, because I thought I aimed quite low, considering that Uric really did quite turn around and began kiting away from me. Or I say kiting away, he moved away from me. So to avoid my shells, I guess, or just to avoid being shut up by the roamer over there. But what I don't want from this series, so I am watching this post-production, so I'm kind of analysing my own gameplay. What I don't want is to just be slammed in the comment section for being a noob, being an idiot, and not knowing what I'm doing. I'm aware I don't know what I'm doing. I'm aware I'm a scrub. I don't need it pointed out in the comment section below. Thank you. We all play different games. We all got different skill sets, different levels. I don't want anyone slamming anyone in the comment section. And that being said, if someone, for instance, says, oh, it's 2 brothers, you should be rushing down the mid, and then somebody else pop in and goes, well, actually, that's a stupid move, don't argue in chat, be grown-ups, honestly. I really can't be bothered to deal with children in the comment section below. I will just ignore you if you are rude and obnoxious to me. So please just don't do that. I do want to genuinely improve at the game, and to do that we're going to need a nice, healthy community of like-minded sailors and seamen to really give tips and advice on how to improve. And I want this to kind of stay as a baseline for anyone who wants to play the game and wants to learn. So things I pick up in the comment section below, I will, when I upload my games, I will talk about. I will go, I just got casually nuked pretty hard there by the Gunnizer now. That was, I wasn't sure at the time if that was a Deadeye shot or not, because he doesn't have a gamer tag or clan name or anything. I always think people with clan names, I don't know if they're just really, really good and not in the clan, or they're just really new at the game. But anyway, going back to topic, I wanted to serve as a benchmark for the community to learn and improve. And as I keep on stating, I'm not a god. I'm not this overlord of World of Warships, and I doubt I ever will be. But I do want to enjoy the game and have a lot of fun of it. And if I can learn that, great. From you guys and girls, then great, amazing. I'm going to take that opportunity. As for going back to this game, I am aware in the position I'm in now, it's probably a pretty bad position as that guy pings the map. One thing, by the way, for any of you watching this, if you're just going to shamelessly ping the map, at least tell us what the hell you want. Because I kind of guess that he's pinging, well, I'm guessing that he's pinging the map because we're back here on the B line, where everybody else is pushing up. I'm guessing that's why he's pinging. But it would be great to have ramification in why you're pinging, because not everybody is you. Okay, well, I should say nobody else is you. We don't know what you want. Maybe if you ping a map twice, it means one thing. If you ping a map 3 times, it means something else. I don't have a bloody clue. I might have 1,800 battles in this game, but that doesn't make me a mind reader. I just don't know what you want. So please do elaborate to people what it is you want them to do. Type in chat, and don't be rude in chat, guys, because for anyone who's rude in chat, I just tend to block them. I don't give them the -1 karma thing, because I feel like that's a bit kind of pointless, to be honest. I don't really see the point. Like so many of you, we all have collectively a great many ideas that Wargamer could do to improve this game. For me personally, I would like to see karma. One of the things I'd like to change, I'd like to see karma not removed, but a system in which you are rewarded for complimenting another player. So if you go into another match, and if you compliment another player, so if you compliment 3 different players in three different players in 3 different games, or an arrangement of different players in different games, but tie it to different games. Don't just tie it to 3 players in 3 games or whatnot. That you get a little reward, whether that be in the form of... I got really unlucky with these Gunnizer now, by the way, just found that out. I really did think I was going to get the kill. But getting rewarded in the sense of maybe giving some credits, giving a couple flags, and by I'm not asking for the super. Sorry, when I say flags, I mean signals. I'm not asking for the super signals. I mean, like, for instance, one detonation flag. I don't know what they're called. I think it's like Charlie Danger, or Juliet Charlie, something like that. Giving us one flag or a couple of flags. I respect this as a free-to-play game, and as I stated in my last video, I spend a little bit of money in the game. But for someone who doesn't, I can respect wargaming. This is one of the few things I can respect for wargaming. Turning around and going, well, we don't want to give the player premium time. We don't want to give the player doubloons. We don't want to give the player an amass of credits because he's got to earn his credits through premium time. That's why it's there. That's fine. But to give someone like a detonation flag for giving good karma to other people, I think bad karma should be removed completely because it's just dumb. It doesn't really give any ramification. I don't know actually in saying that, as I say that, if it makes a difference to whether or not you'll see that person again in another game. I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But completely remove bad karma is a bit dumb. And for good karma, give a reward scheme system for a player who gives good karma. But hey, I'm not wargaming. I very much so doubt that my voice, a very, 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 very small voice in the community, and I wouldn't even say I'm in the community, I'm just a World of Warships player. But in saying that I might have the voice in the sense that I am truly your average person when it comes to playing this game. I'm not a contributor like the guys who get, girls who get all the ships and the press accounts and all of this. I'm not a hardcore fan in that I watch all the videos and the live streams about World of Warships, because I don't really do that. I do sometimes. I might sit down for half an hour and watch a live stream, or I might watch a YouTube video. Quite rare that I'd watch a YouTube video on World of Warships, it must be said. But you never know what you're doing with your time until you do it, until you sat down and watching, that is. But at least from my standpoint, I can give you that truly average player person, that average guy who is playing your game. And you might argue that, well, actually, Mr. Goliath, you're making a YouTube video, so you're not that average. But to that I would argue, listen, to record this video, as you might have seen at the beginning, I just hit Alt and F9. It ain't that hard to record? Excuse me. It ain't that hard to record a video nowadays. I'd argue the hardest part about recording is one of two things. One, if you've got confidence issues about putting your voice online, I don't really care. So that's why you're listening to my voice. And two, the actual editing part of making videos. There's a lot of different editing software out there, and it takes a bit of time to get used to all these different services, I suppose. I personally use something called Lightworks Pro. I think it's called Pro because I subscribe to it to edit these videos, but I've only got a 1 month subscription, so once this month is up, I probably won't buy another month. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, I don't know. I'll see how these videos go, because I can always just record them as a live commentary, which, I don't know, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. That doesn't bother me. I make these videos for fun, in the hopes that maybe some people would enjoy watching them. If they do. Also got kind of unlucky with that AOBA there, by the way. Torpedo protection hit. What? I have a battleship caliber gun. What does that mean? But yeah, getting constantly sidetracked. That is me all over. I'll be talking about one topic and then we're talking about 10 different topics. We were talking something about the editing software. I've forgotten already. Going back to the game, this is kind of where it starts taking a turn for the worse. That Roma pushed down the middle, and I'm really far away, so I can't really do anything. I want to get a shot on that North Carolina, but I've just not got. I didn't feel confident making that shot over the island. If you're wondering what I did there, in case you don't know, and in case I, the Mr. Goliath, know something the viewer, you, don't, if you click M, it brings up your map like on a big screen. But if you rapidly tap M twice, it like brings your view up, like you've got a spotter plane, and you can use that to get a more accurate depiction on where another ship is. So I was using that to see where the North Carolina kind of was, if I was thinking about taking a shot at him. In the end, I didn't bother taking a shot, and right now I'm starting to kite away. Oh, I do apologise. Oh, recording this, well, I'm not even recording this at a late time, it's only 10 to 7, but I have just eaten. And obviously, whenever you eat, you do get a little tired afterwards. I had a full English breakfast, but not for breakfast. I had it for tea. And strictly speaking, in that sense, it wasn't technically a full English, because I didn't have toast, and I didn't have tomatoes or black pudding. If anybody doesn't know what a full English is, definitely look it up. Very nice, I must say. Bloody gorgeous. Right, definitely taking a turn for the worst in this game. As you can see, I'm the last battleship alive. I'm on not even half HP. That's when I presume some German guy, I believe it's German, is calling me out for being a pretty bad player. Again, I don't really care. He pinged me earlier on, and my Roma earlier on in the map. What do you want, my friend? If you don't point it out, people like me aren't going to have a clue. I just don't know what he wanted. He probably wanted me to move down the map, which I've done, and now he calls me rubbish. Well, oh well, is what it is. Now, I do think at this point I should have changed to high explosive, because I really don't get very many good salvos out on the Lenin at all. Lenin seems to be like an absolute machine from the front. I believe it's an HMS Nelson, but Russian, which obviously means that it's going to be stronger because it's, well, Soviet. Soviet in design obviously means it's a floating PKM and invincible. Now I get some really good salvo there, but everything bounces, which I was a bit annoyed about because that would have been a very nice salvo if that had all been penetrations, but I did get lucky there. But Nagato keeps eating shots in the rear. That person on the enemy team there playing the Lenin ends up getting a Confederate on me. I was very sad I gave away a Confederate to some scrub lord over there. No, he played a pretty good game, I presume. I remember when I get to look at the post-action screen, I remember how we did. I do remember coming second in this game, and I think the Roma was first. Not that that justifies my playstyle. I'm totally aware that wherever you lie in a scoreboard, especially with World of Warships, where I argue that the points aren't properly distributed, and what I mean by that is, if you're playing a destroyer and you've done a lot of spotting damage, and I mean like in a game like this you've done 120,000 spotting damage, you might not have scored very highly on the scoreboard. However, you are the person spotting the enemy team for us and the other players on the team. So in that sense, you're actually really important. But Wargaming doesn't believe that spotting damage is really high, or at least from what I've heard from videos over the years. They might have changed it recently, I really don't know. I might believe because I came second, well, it's the team's fault I lost, I came second. My base XP was much higher. This is where I made a massive mistake, by the way. I used my damage control party because I did not expect the North Carolina to be spamming me with HE, high explosive. My bad. He instantly sets a double fire on me afterwards. That's just my luck. But here's what it is. The game's going to be ending very shortly. I end up dying, I think, from the fire. Finish on the clock with 131,000 damage. But, well, here's what it is. They're talking in chat there for some bizarre reason. I didn't really pay attention at the time. Like I said, I don't really care what people put in chat. But with that said, bringing this to a close, if you like the idea, let's start it with this episode here. Road to Unicum, Scrub Lord to Unicum, Unprofessional to Professional. Just after this, right now, you're going to be able to see my points, as it were, like what I did my statistics for the game. My stats for the game, yeah, that's right. Gosh, got there in the end. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. My name is The-Mighty-Goliath, and, well, take it easy. I'll see you around.